Canada! 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 Stop the genocide! Stop war on Tigray! Stop war on Tigray!
Stop war on Tigray!
Abiy Ahmed is a murderer!
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 Abiy Ahmed is a terrorist!
Abiy Ahmed is a terrorist!
Abiy Ahmed is a killer!
Abiy Ahmed is a killer!
Abiy Ahmed is an invader! Bring Abiy to ICC!
Bring Abiy to ICC!
Bring Abiy to ICC!
Bring Abiy to ICC!
Isaias!
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 Stop invading Tigray!
Stop invading Tigray!
Stop invading Tigray!
Stop invading Tigray!
Stop war on Tigray!
Stop war on Tigray!
Stop war on Tigray!
Stop war on Tigray!
Stop killing Tagaru!
Stop killing Tagaru!
Stop bombing Tagaru!
Stop bombing Tigray!
Stop bombing cities!
Stop bombing cities!
Stop bombing farmers!
Stop bombing farmers!
Stop bombing farmers!
Stop bombing the people!
Stop killing our people!
Stop killing the people!
Stop bombing our people!
Stop bombing the cities!
Stop bombing the city!
Stop bombing the cities!
Stop bombing the city!
Stop bombing the cities!
Ayahum naina!
Ayahum naina!
Ayahum naina!
Tagaruina!
Tagaruina!
Ayahum naina!
Serina!
سحرنا
Serina!
كنهوتنا
Kinuwatina!
كنشنفنا
Kinashantapina!
تقاروينا
Wayantina!
وينتينا
Wayantina!
ويمتينا
Ayahum naina!
جقانوينا
Tagaruina!
جقانوينا
Serina!
كنسحرنا
حق التسعير! حق التسعير! حق التسعير!
حق تسعير
Tigray will prevail! Tigray will prevail!
Tigray will prevail
Tigray will prevail!
Tigray will prevail Stop the war on Tigray
Stop the war on Tigray!
Fabian, you ready? We have a short speech by Fabian. That's the message that we want to address now. And there will be followed by French, another one from Toronto. All is the same voice, all is from the Tigrayan people, all is from all Ethiopian nations and nationalities. And this is our voice. Let you go to this speech. Listen Canada, listen Parliament.
Hi everybody, thank you again for coming out and supporting the people of Tigray. I just want to say, since Abiy's been in power, Ethiopia has had no peace anywhere in the country. There's been civil unrest in so many regions, in the Oromia region, in the Amhara region, in the Sidama region, in the Walaita region, and now in the Tigray region. As of November 4th, this illegitimate Prime Minister, Abiy Ahmed, he declared a war on Tigray with the help of the federal forces, with the Amhara Special Forces, and now with the Eritrean army. He's declared a war on Tigray. Abiy and Isaias, they have joined together. They're committing a genocide in Tigray and conducting crimes against humanity. As we know, in March, Abiy decided to hold off the elections indefinitely with the fake excuse of COVID. And now, as he promised, as he said on television, he said, if you go ahead with these elections, I will take actions that will lead to destructions and that will have your mothers crying. And now he has promised his retaliation. He's retaliating on the people of Tigray for simply holding a democratic election, which is their constitutional right. Today, there are no working phone lines. There's no internet. There's no electricity. There are so many roadblocks. There's no flights in or out of Tigray. The people in Tigray are trapped. This is a way for Abiy to control the narrative and spread his propaganda, spread his fake news. We need to have an internal and independent investigation. Abiy and his partners are infringing on basic human rights of the people of Tigray. There is very limited food and water. There's no way for humanitarian aid to get into Tigray and help them with things like medication, with food. There have been numerous airstrikes and bombs on the people, the innocent people of Tigray. He has bombed the Tekaza hydro dam, which provided electricity to millions of people. He then bombed the Walakan sugar factory. And we can be sure There will be more devastating news to come if the international government, international community, Canadian government, if they don't intervene soon, now. We can't forget about the people of Tigray living outside of Tigray who are being ethnically profiled and being discriminated against. The Ethiopian government is asking them to report their Tagaru neighbors so that they can be hunted like animals and thrown into jail, where they have very inhumane treatment. Food and water every couple of days, less than an animal. So far, there are about 16,000 Tigrayans who have been arrested and who have been imprisoned simply for being of a Tigray ethnicity. We need to stand up now. Here, even in the diaspora, we are so scared to call our family because we don't want them to be captured, because we know the government is listening to phone calls. We are so scared. These Tigray, innocent Tagaru people living outside of Tigray haven't left their house in days because they are scared to be caught. When they leave their house, they're scared to speak their language for being identified as a Tagaru. This is inhumane. Abiy is committing crimes against humanity, and there needs to be an investigation done by the UN. We are here today to call for peace. That is all we want, call for peace. We urge the Canadian government to call for a cessation of war immediately and have the people in power come to a peaceful and national dialogue, to come to some type of a peaceful resolution. We ask the Canadian government to advocate for the voiceless people of Tigray and demand that water, food, power, internet, and so on be restored back to those people in Tigray. We witnessed the international community let down and fail Rwanda as they sat on the sidelines and they waited as innocent people were murdered. We cannot let this happen to the people of Tigray. We need to intervene right now. The Canadian government needs to do their part today. They need to intervene right now and stop before more lives happen. Stop this genocide. Stop the death. The situation is very dire. The international community needs to be the voice for the voiceless. They have no voice. We need to think about our moms, our dads, our grandmothers, our brothers, our sisters, our cousins. We have to stand up now. We need to be brave. We need to have a voice, and we need to represent them and defend them. Keep using your voices.